Good morning, Hoosiers, and welcome to Paper News 24/7, brought to you by the Paper of Montgomery County Online in living color from the paper's control room in downtown Crawfordsville. I'm Stu Clampett with your top headlines for Tuesday, May 24th, 2011. Today's news is brought to you in part by the National Guard. There's a moment you reach deep inside yourself when you find the courage to fight through the elements and you find the strength to save a life. These are the kinds of moments you'll experience in the National Guard. If you've got it inside you, this is your time to act. Visit the Guard online at nationalguard.com or call 1-800-GO-GUARD. In our top story today, flags stand at attention before Monday's North Montgomery School Board meeting at the Administration Building. Winds were strong all day long in Montgomery County. A wind gust of about 35 miles per hour was recorded at the Lake Holiday Weather Station operated by the National Weather Service. We've had enough storms this spring, don't you think? We'll be back with more local news right after this.
I'm Kim Van Matry from the Paper Montgomery County. I'm looking for the best salespeople out there. The economy is tough, the gas is high, and this job can pay for all that. It's a hard job, it's only for the best, and it can be rewarding as hell if you're good at it. I want someone who's energetic, who likes working with people, who likes to work, and has a great personality. I'm offering great benefits, insurance, a base salary, great commission, gas allotment, and much more. Call or email me if you have what it takes.
Montgomery County Commissioners voted 2-1 Monday to take out a $1.1 million loan from PNC Bank to rehabilitate the heating and cooling system in the courthouse. The contract calls for interest charges totaling $271,000 on the 4% loan. Earlier bid by Tri-County Bank was rejected. Commissioner Terry Hockersmith objected to borrowing the money because the county has the money on hand to pay for the HVAC system. In other news, the Strawberry Festival has entered into a partnership with Walden Recyclables again this year, and they want to become more green during the festival. It's the hope of the festival committee that we can reduce the amount of trash created at the festival that ends up in our landfills. The festival is going to recycle cans, plastic, and glass bottles from our patrons this year, as well as cardboard from our various vendors. The festival committee encourages all visitors to help with this endeavor and to recycle at the festival. Paper Trivia, your chance to win prizes by showing off how much you know. If you've got all the answers, click on this tile on our homepage to go to the Paper Trivia section. Answer the question correctly, and you could win. Minor wind damage resulted from a storm that passed through Montgomery County Monday afternoon. That's according to emergency dispatcher. No injuries or structural damage had been reported Monday evening. Denise Maxwell, the Red Cross local chapter director, said our top priority right now is to provide food, shelter, and emotional support for the people whose lives have been disrupted by these tornadoes that devastated neighborhoods in Missouri, Minnesota, and other parts of the Midwest. If you'd like to help, you can call 1-800-RED-CROSS. Grant Tharp of Crawfordsville has announced that he is a candidate for the at-large seat on the City Council. He will run as an independent and says he plans to supply leadership, which is lacking in Crawfordsville. And Frank Phillips' guests this week on Frankly Speaking are the Flower Lovers Garden Club. Frankly Speaking can be found under webcast on the top navigation bar of our website, the same place you can find several Montgomery County Historical Society videos. Or to make things even easier, you can click on this tile on our homepage to watch this week's episode of Frankly Speaking. Today's news is brought to you in part by the Indiana Poison Center. Children act fast, so do poisons. Call the Indiana Poison Center at 1-800-222-1222 for poison prevention tips and treatment advice provided free 24 hours a day. We've got local weather with Indiana's weatherman Paul Poteet, and we've got local sports with our own Candace Rohrman, and both of them are up next.
Bad wrecks happen to good people. That's why people take their wrecks to the good people at Gould's Body and Paint in Crawfordsville. Gould's will work with your insurance company to provide an accurate quote of your needed repairs. Then the iCar Gold Class Specialists take over, restoring your vehicle to good as new. Gould's will service any make, any model, any type, or amount of damage. Just remember our motto. At Gould's Body and Paint, our business is a wreck.
For for Tuesday's weather, and I'm Indiana's weatherman, meteorologist Paul Poteet here from Studio B, sponsored by Gould Body and Paint, where their business is a wreck. I tell you what, they're so good, they may have some, drivers calling them next week after the 500. You say, it was a little bumpy in turn 3. Diana, Don, can you help me out? Their phone number is 364-1067. They're on Waynetown Road. They're Gould Body and Paint, and their business is a wreck. Well, another bumpy day yesterday across the Ohio River Valley. We had some showers and thunderstorms, a couple of different batches of them, one in about the southern two-thirds of the state and then another cluster that got going in northeastern Indiana. Those were the focal points for the 2 reports that we had of tornadoes yesterday, according to the Storm Prediction Center. Take a look at this chart, and this will show you nationwide the storm reports that were gathered yesterday. And you can see those 2 red dots, that one up in northeast Indiana, that's around Huntington, where I'm from, where they had a report of a tornado. That's just west, a little southwest of Fort Wayne. And the other red dots are down around the Bedford area. They're going to be investigating today some reports of funnel clouds and tornadoes around there. Otherwise, you had to go down into Oklahoma to find some activity. They had nasty weather, though, in Missouri again yesterday, where they need it the least. Around here, I think we get a little bit of a break today. Most of the morning and midday hours should be quiet, but definitely into the afternoon. Again, there's at least the chance of a few showers and thunderstorms around. Any storm that we see has the potential of turning severe again this afternoon with instability around. And we expect an afternoon high temperature today, more like the upper 70s as opposed to into the 80s. 77 in Muncie, 76 in Lafayette, and about 81 in Bloomington for the high temp. Well, what about the next couple of days? The pattern remains not so nice. As a matter of fact, that frontal system that you saw in today's map that stalled to the front, to the north of us, it wiggles down as a cool front today and focuses some of the rain to the south. But during the day on Wednesday, it moves back north as a warm front and then eventually comes back down as a cool front again on Thursday and Friday. You follow all that? We'll see what happens here with temperatures. This is a chart that shows Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Well, notice we go from 80s down to, in some cases, 70s down to 60s by the time we get to Friday, with some storms along the way. And again, the biggest chance, it looks like, of concentrated severe weather now here for the rest of the week is going to be on Wednesday. All right, and the reason for that is we're not quite done with a system that is on the national map today. You take a look at this and you can see the center of low pressure at the surface is really down in the panhandle of Oklahoma today. They expect to see some rough weather there, really just about anywhere you look across the country, from Maine down to Ohio, Indiana, on down into Texas. There could be some severe weather. Flash flooding possible, where you see the red dashed area, and that's in parts of, say, Nebraska today into southwest Iowa and the northern sliver of Kansas. So our forecast for the next few days, the extended outlook now from paulpoteet.com, looks like this. A high today of 78 degrees. It will be partly to mostly cloudy. There could be some showers and thunderstorms scattered around again as we move into the afternoon. The low tonight, mid-60s. Tomorrow we warm it back up a bit to 81. And on Wednesday, good chance throughout the day of seeing some showers and thunderstorms in central Indiana, with, again, the risk of them being severe. The outlook for Thursday, still a chance for showers, not so much the severe weather on Thursday. High of 74. Then we go below average by quite a bit for a few days. On Friday, carb day, 69. That chance of showers you see is for early in the day on Friday. I think most of the carb day activities will be fine, although now there is a chance of seeing some showers on parade day, Saturday. High of 70. Race day still looks all right with a high of 75. Same for Memorial Day, Monday. And that's the forecast. I'll see you online today. paulpoteet.com, and there's more coming up in just a few moments. Paper News 24/7.
At Zon's Floor Covering, we don't offer washers, paint, or lumber. Floor covering is our expertise for your home or office. At Zon's Floor Covering, we offer luxurious styles of carpeting and realistic-looking vinyl patterns, and we do it better than anyone else. You'll fall in love with the possibilities at Zon's, all backed by professional installation, superior personal service, and our 3-year installation warranty. Stop by Zon's today and see why we want to be everywhere you are.
I'm Candace William with your local sports for Tuesday. The 2011 softball season has come to a close for two of Montgomery County's teams as they fell in the sectional on Monday night. North Montgomery fell to Southmont and Crawfordsville fell to Lebanon. Southmont will go on to play Lebanon tonight at 5 p.m. The winner of the Lebanon game and the winner of the Danville Western Boone game will go on to the championship game set for Wednesday. Don't forget to follow Montgomery County Sports at The Paper Sports on Twitter. That's your local news for Tuesday. For more information on these and other stories, visit our homepage or pick up a print copy of the paper in Montgomery County. For Paper News 24/7, I'm Candace Rorman. You stay classy, Crawfordsville.